39 to be married to a lady that she's been dating and had a crush on when he was 15?
Paul, it's a brain damage.
The French president has brain damage?
It's an error, a curse. And I think we shouldn't play to it, and we should start hearing people following this insane behavior. You see, but that tells you that parenting was off.
Parenting?
Yes. I mean, he's a product of bad parenting.
Really?
Oh, well, with no apologies. Because you see, the fruit of your labor, your children will tell us what type of parent you are. Train the child the way he should grow, and when he grows, he will not depart from it. So if your child will go to school, go and act a play at 15 and fall in love with the script writer, or what is that?
Oh, but we all had crushes on our female teachers.
You had crush on your female teacher?
You're in class 2, your female teacher, you just like it. We talk about it these days.
No,
and I really like that teacher.
No, you see, you like your teacher.
Yes.
But there is something that doesn't give you to move from that like to the level.
No,
because
we didn't do that. But even in secondary school, I mean, I liked my BK teacher when I was in pre-sex.
No. You can say it now.
I was 14.
No, you can say it now. You can say it now. But I mean...
But I said it then.
No, but you see...
And I wasn't the only one who liked her. People liked her.
People will like people. I mean, as for liking people...
We loved her.
You can't love. Do you know what is love? Have you loved before? Do you know what is love?
Yeah, we sort of loved her.
No, you didn't know what you were doing.
What were we doing?
You are confused, so you are calling it love. You don't know what is love. The word Franklin left is this about love. He doesn't know what it is, so let's leave it there. But what I'm saying is that, simply put, a small boy at that time that grows to have that interest that should generate to marry tells you that there's a broken home. Parents were off. This is an error. And in this error, we are jumping to give him a clap offering in this error. I think that we should learn simple principles that what is wrong, even if the right people are doing it. And what is right, even if the wrong people are doing it. What he's done is wrong. I'm asking myself, the headship of a family should be a man. Mm-hmm. Age is important. That's a young man like this. Paul, let me tell you, in the creation of God, women were not part of the calendar until man desired for. Mm-hmm. God didn't plan creating women.
So Adam was older than Eve?
It's obviously yes. And that is why when Adam had a feeling for a woman, God disabled Adam to bring a woman. I told you here one time that leadership for women is not my choice. I told you here. Yeah, you did. It doesn't. So this guy will win the presidency because the way was called, the contender was a woman. You know, so I mean, that's it. The thing is that once you have a son, it's a continuation of a family lineage. How do you have a son that you have raised to this age and can voluntarily say that I want to grow and marry at my mother's size and decide not to make children? Look at such a handsome man that has been demonically attacked by a woman, made her a husband, allowed by a family that don't know their left and right. They fought and they lost the battle. The parents fought, changed the guy's school, and still, they could have continued to prove to us that they are proper parents.
To send him to America, maybe. What do we know about this woman? She has 3 children.
Yes. And where's the husband? Divorced the husband.
Yes.
2026 and went to marry a young... I mean, this woman is not a woman because she's even disgracing femininity.
Why?
You go through divorce at your age. Look, let me tell you, marriage is not democracy. Marriage is not democracy, it's theocracy. So follow the order. So a man who makes decision with the wife to run a home, he's not qualified yet. He's a vegetable in the making. Why? Because you are supposed to lead. You are supposed to make decisions. You make the decision. This is what must happen.
It's not a democracy.
No, it's not democracy. It's theocracy. Follow the order.
The spiritual order.
It's an order. The one who made it say order. So I'm following the order. I want to paint the house green. It is not, should we paint green or blue? Then your wife will come and say, you can do green, blue. Your children will come and say, I like violet. You are not a man. You are a vegetable in the making.
So you take decisions on the home without...
You take decision and they implement what you said. Agbena. That's leadership.
In an autocratic manner.
You call it autocratic?
Are they not partners, men and women? Are they not partners?
Partners in what? Is it business?
In the marriage.
Then you have business venture. Is marriage a business venture?
Didn't Apostle Paul say, honor your wife?
Paul was a man who was married before and left. So his utterances are different.
But he said you should honor your wife.
Honoring your wife is not giving your wife opportunity to make decisions for you to follow. I mean, are you all? Like your child wants to go to school A where you can pay. Your wife says no. My cousin's children are going to school B.
So you want to cheat on your wife and you go ahead.
Cheat?
Yes.
Cheating on your wife. Cheating is part of marriage. So what's cheating?
Does a theocracy not condemn cheating?
No. Cheating is part of marriage endorsed by God. If you are not married, can you cheat? Paul, if you are not married, can you cheat?
I don't get it. Cheating is endorsed by God.
Oh, look. It says what can cause you to leave marriage? Cheating.
Yes.
So he recognizes cheating in marriage.
Yeah, but he condemns it.
No, he recognizes it. If you don't recognize something, can you condemn it?
Yeah, but he condemns it. That's
So
the verdict.
you recognize
the
it.
verdict is that it is to be condemned.
So he never said you can't do it.
But if
when
you do it, you are condemned.
So
Yeah.
I want to be condemned, so I do it. So it's part of the marriage.
So you're calling the French first lady a demon?
If you are not a demon, somebody's handsome son like this, that a male organ, once you have a male child, there's a continuation of procreation in the family. That you can have such a woman who has had a children already, who also has a son, has married a man and has failed to raise a man to become a father to the children and a husband for the rest of her life, comes to pick your own son and destroys the future of the son. And you are sitting down smiling.
He's been elected one of the most powerful presidents in the world.
Well, one of the most errors that the people did, and I'm telling you that
The people in France.
Okay, I mean, because
Is it a democratic or is it a spiritual error? What kind of error?
It says for a man to be a leader, one, he should be a man of one wife. Two, he should be a man who can take control of his family. This man, can he control the old lady? Who is going to decide for France? Because age has a lot of wisdom. Small boys cannot give you orders to follow. And you're working, your son is giving you orders. Sleep at 6. Your son says sleep at 6. They are sleeping at 6. So who is going to make the orders for us? In the campaign, do you see what was happening?
No.
He said I was writing the script for him to read. So already France should be ready that the country's presidency is Macron who has won, but unfortunately, the wife, the old woman, is going to run the country. Because in the campaign, she was running the things for
Does it speak
him.
about the culture of the people in France? Because many people think that this wouldn't have happened in Ghana, in the United States.
It's not part of their culture, unfortunately. They frown on it. What has happened, they frown. That's why during his campaign, he said that he wants to say thank you to all of them for accepting them, even though they've done the wrong thing. He said it in the campaign. The news is there. Read it. He made it clear. So they know they are doing the wrong thing. But because of bad parenting, nobody can stop this guy. And Paul, if we don't rise and speak, very soon, this wicked, demonic old women in this country who have lived their life negatively will begin to chase the small boys and destroy your future.
Which country? Ghana.
Ghana.
Oh, are there some,
Because we copy blindly.
are there some old women?
Oh, please. You don't see this wicked old woman walking in town?
Wicked.
Cha!
Are they rich?
Very rich. I met a coconut boy who nearly died because of one of these old women.
Why?
Every time he comes for the young man for sexual intercourse.
What does that kill?
Hey! Agbebo, fresh.
Why does sexual intercourse
Oh,
kill?
my brother. You've not met one of them.
Why? What kind of?
I'm talking about an old lady who has no orgasm or fail in payment level. Old woman. I mean, at 64, a will pons. Hey! When they clean pons, nothing is attractive, but you have to do. We have to save this young man's life. By this time, he will be obituary. There are a lot in the system, and they are watching me. They are calling themselves, the boy has come. I'm saying that if we don't stop this, they will come out boldly. But we will not accept them. Even men who are old, we are telling them they should be where they are. They should stick to their old wives because there's a stage you can't even divorce. But because they think the young girls are there and they want to enjoy the young girls, they are trying to do these things. My brother, this is a serious demonic attack. And I'm saying that the country will be run by this old woman. How can a young man come and say that I don't want to have children? Paul, you have a son of this nature, of this status, and he says, I don't want to have children. And the family is smiling because they fought against it and the son didn't
Somebody
say
writes and says, aren't these thoughts deeply misogynistic?
They can use every English word they want to use. We are talking about realities and misogynistic. We are talking about realities and misogynistic. When we're talking things that are real, don't use English language.
Donald Trump is also much older than his wife.
How many years? How many times? Which wife is this? Is it the first wife?
Fourth wife. Fourth.
What?
4.
What?
4.
He has the right to go 5 and 6 and 7. Because if you divorce once, you continue to the rest of your life. This one is to just clean the sheet.
But he's older than his wife by
He's
far.
older because he met a bad girl. If a 24-year-old girl is interested in an old man, what do you think is going on?
She's a bad girl. 24-year-old should be interested in her how old?
I mean, you see, a man
No, you have to answer that first.
a man should be older than a woman.
Yes.
7 years maximum, 3 years minimum.
To marry.
To marry. Because at 24, the people that would think alike with you and mold you to grow in the image and the likeness of society and God are people who are older than you within that age, 7 years upwards.
So shouldn't be too old.
I mean, 20 years difference. Are you sick in your
What
mind?
about 10?
I mean, it's worse. When your family wants you are a burden to your family, they give you to somebody who's older than you 10 years. You see, the problem is about family.
So if a man is 30, he shouldn't marry a 20.
For what?
If a man is 40, he shouldn't marry a 30.
You are too wicked. 40 years, you didn't get anyone to marry.
Is
That's wickedness. At 40 years, what were you doing that all the women passed? And I want to go for the 30.
What age should you go for when you're 40?
Then you got to MFS. You know MFS?
No.
My fan is so anything goes. So at that time, you've lost all the good things you're supposed to have. Marriage is what God uses to correct the world. And in our nations, the strongest nation is not America, it's not China. It's our imagination. That's why you see the life of Job. Job, when Job said he was righteous, the constant things he was doing was that he was sacrificing on behalf of the children. Maybe they have sinned against God when they were making merry. And unfortunately, what he was afraid of is what happened to him. So you have to guard your imagination. It's the biggest nation that must be fought so that you come real. People shouldn't joke with marriage. Marriage is not for children. Because once you have wrong marriages, if your president's marriage is wrong,
so you think
the country goes wrong.
You think the country France is gone? They will
watch it. You watch it
coming. They will not be successful.
I say watch it coming. The old lady will run the country. Because the small boy has nothing to offer.
But if she runs the country, they will not be successful.
I mean, what does she have to offer? Somebody who has failed in marriage, what does she have to offer? That your student was having sexual intercourse with you at that age.
People who have either failed in marriage or who are not married at all, Counselor. That's
very
unfair.
If you say I disrespect them, in what way?
The way you talk about
if you're not married before, what do you know in the world?
Really?
Oh, what do you know?
There are top corporate chief executives who have run companies who didn't get married.
And you call them successful?
Will everyone get married?
No. Yes, everybody.
By the population of the world and the distribution.
You see, when you talk about distribution and population, I don't know what you're looking for. What are you looking for? What is population and distribution?
Because there are more women than men. So
leave your own, teach your own, and leave the rest. Why are you concerned about those who are left over?
So it's a decision of the men.
Men choose. It's not women who choose.
So a woman who is not married is okay.
It's not married is okay. Why are you working? Nobody wants to marry you. What's wrong with you?
Because she doesn't like the people who want to marry her.
Okay, then you have a choice.
Yes.
Create your own man. You see, we are pampering
if
issues.
You have a daughter and she says, I don't like Richard, you say he should marry Richard anyway.
I'm not telling my daughter to marry Richard, but I'm raising a daughter who is a wife that every man will be attracted to. I mean, every man.
Yes, but she says, I don't like Richard and I don't like Samuel.
So if you don't like Richard, you don't like Samuel, you're going to marry Kojo. Kojo will be there.
Really?
My brother, you see, we've pampered these issues and the world is getting to a point that it's going to be dark. You get up one day, I'm telling you, and your son will come and tell you, Daddy, after all your investment, I've decided that I will not marry anymore, Daddy. Well, son, go ahead. So that your name will die. Adom-Otchere dies. That's the end.
These days, the women also carry the surname. Haven't you seen it?
Oh, that's the error.
Why is it an error?
Look, women don't name. As you are sitting there,
I'm saying that women carry the surname, so she's obeying and she marries an Asamoah.
That's what I said.
And she's still obeying Asamoah.
That is the error.
Why is it an error?
Once you marry a woman and you pay a bride price, she has become where you are producing from. So why do you use your father's name and my name?
Because by the nature of the work she does, which she may have been doing for 10 years before you married her.
I mean, stop these things. You see, these are the problem I have with you people. Your nature of your work. You are a media person. Everybody knows that
you are successful at fashion design.
So what?
You are successful at filmmaking.
So what?
Or at legal practice or medicine.
So what? So you are married now. And what do you know? You are Mrs. Kobe. Formerly, when you are not married, you have more money. Now, Mr. Kobe has paid your bride price and has brought value to your life.
Okay.
Then he says, I want to be
I have to be ending. But somebody says that, good evening, Paul. Oprah Winfrey is not married, but the richest black woman in the world.
But she's the most saddest woman on earth. She says it every day. When she closes the door, she says it. And she enters, she feels very sad and quiet. She has a boyfriend. What is she doing with a boyfriend at this age?
Does he have a younger boyfriend?
She has a boyfriend. If men were valueless, she would not go for boyfriend. He would go for toys.
She's just been unlucky.
What? Who is unlucky for what? Unlucky where? When she started her age, do you see her life history? And that is a caution for the rest of us who have daughters today. How are we raising them? How are we raising our sons? Parenting has broken down. We say it takes a village to raise a child. Is that not it? Now we say child rights. I've said this several times. No child has a right. But we are giving them rights. That's why today we are where we are. They talk and we don't. Even now, children determine what to be eaten at home. When daddy says...
by themselves, not by their parents.
What do you mean?
Shouldn't children determine what they want to eat?
What daddy eats is what we eat. Is daddy eating poison? Is your father eating poison? That a woman is in the house, she's eating jollof. Firstborn will eat jollof. Secondborn will eat fried yam. Thirdborn is going to eat tomato stew. And the lastborn and daddy will eat fufu. So one woman come home, 5 dishes for 5. What is that?
No,
Paul, if we don't.
So my daughter wants to eat spaghetti. I want to eat fried yam. She must eat fried yam. Because
is fried yam poison?
No, but I want her to eat spaghetti.
Who?
I don't mind if she eats spaghetti.
You who don't mind? You are destroying the guy. Say you don't mind.
Really? She must eat what I because we don't eat at the same time.
It's not about the timing, but
when she's eating, I won't be
no,
there.
why should they eat with you at the same time? You are not available. Is that not it?
Yes, I'm not.
You are the table head. That is why on the dining table, if this is the dining table you have arranged, and this is your chair, in your absence, nobody's sitting. You know what it means?
Yeah, that's okay.
Spiritually, you are still there. So in our eating time, we are eating, you are not here, your chair is there, you are there because you are the table head.
But I want to eat on the veranda. I don't want to sit on the dining table because I'm on the phone and I'm talking. I'm eating.
Who want to eat on the veranda?
I don't want to eat
That
on the
means
dining
your
table.
upbringing. You never ate on the dining table. So your wife is going to suffer.
I did.
Your wife is going to suffer to
But I'm
teach
on
you
the phone. I don't want to.
No, you're on the phone.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm doing my things.
Phone came to meet you whilst you were eating.
I don't want to sit down and eat with everyone.
So the manners you are supposed to show the children is that we don't talk when we are eating. Is that not it?
Yes, they know that.
And so why are you not saying because of the phone you are eating on the corridor? What are you doing on the corridor?
I'm talking on the phone.
You are raising a son who should be a husband in future.
Yes.
You are the husband he's seeing.
Yes.
Ask yourself, the way you are, if any man marries you, any woman marries you in future, would we be happy? Because your son is seeing you.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
I
The way
point.
this young man is, let's check. I was trying the whole of the day to check to his father's lifestyle. And from the stories I read, the mother was in charge and not the father.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Father was a wealthy man, by the way.
The father was not in charge. It was the mother.
But he was wealthy.
No, being wealthy and your children become this is useless and shame.
His child has become the president of France.
No, president what?
Of France.
Who is married to?
A 24-year-old.
Oh, me, such a shame. Such a shame. Your son is growing with no grandchildren for you, and you're smiling. You want to smile to this? But let's not look at presidency. He's the president of Kobe's institution. He's the chief executive. They read a lot of things about you, and your children are useless. You are a failure on earth because you should raise them to become good citizens. Now our children are determining what to do. You see somebody who is having a phone, the phone is cracked. You say, well, say my child was playing game on my phone. You are one of the most useless people I've ever met on earth.
Wow.
What do you mean?
Oh, but our children play games on our phone.
On what they play? What
Games.
What are games?
I mean, you come from home, they take the phone from you and they are on it.
You come from work.
From work, they take the phone
and your
from
children
you.
take your phone from you for what?
On Saturday, you are watching football and they pick the phone and they are
To
gone.
do what?
They're playing.
So then when they grow, become homosexuals and lesbians, you say the devil is at work. Have you seen what they are downloading?
Yeah, I know what they're downloading.
What are they
They
downloading?
are limited to download a few things.
Oh, this is your mind.
Disney World.
And I met a young guy who was 13, has masturbated for 7 years. Subtract 7 from 13. 7 from 13 is what?
7. That's 6.
6 years. He started masturbating from 6 years.
Why? Why was he masturbating?
Yes, because he had access to internet and was watching men-to-men pornography. And they had his own room with McDonald. When I went to the room, I wept. Because every picture he wants, they paste on the wall for him. Because they've not given birth to a child before. This is a golden egg.
So they had McDonald's on the wall.
You see,
What's wrong with that? That's food.
It says that foolishness is born in the heart of a child by the rod of correction. So if a child's foolishness is not removed, they will grow to become foolish adults. So there are a lot of foolish adults in town. Just like this boy.
You're giving us a lot of attention.
Who has unfortunately become this is an unfortunate error. And it's going to continue to bring this country backwards. Watch it. But I'm saying that
we'll have to continue to the capital because
those of you in
Franklin
Ghana
and I don't agree with you.
No, I mean, I don't need your agreement. I'm not here for you. So, I mean, if you are watching and you are thinking that you are old enough and you want to set the president, if you try, if we don't get you by the law, we'll get you spiritually.
Spiritually?
Yes, that's what I was telling Franklin earlier on. This Galamsey thing, we failed because we lost all our spiritual values. Imagine you put mashed yam and egg at the riverside. Who go there? That's what we fear. It's not in the name of Jesus. That's all. Put mashed yam and egg and put the carcass of a dog. That's, oh, Charlie.
Yeah, that's very scary.
They won't go.
Yeah.
They won't go and do Galamsey.
They won't do Galamsey.
They won't do.
It's very scary.
They think the gold coming is from the gods. But you stop and left there now. So, you see, God brought us to this country for a particular thing. Let's not lose parenting. We are fighting for wind. People, now, you don't even have mothers at home. Weekend. We don't have mothers at home. Are you aware? Your wife is going, you are going.
Weekend, what do they do?
Oh, I mean, formally, you will learn, people will
My
learn.
wife is at home usually.
I mean, thank God you are fortunate. You are fortunate to have a wife.
What? She doesn't have, where do they go weekends?
Oh, you don't know?
No, tell me.
Well, some are doing top up.
What's that?
They're doing top up for promotion because actually the marriage is not marriage, it's business venture. Because your wife is paying light bill, you are paying water bill. So she has to, do a lot of things to pay. If you are married to a woman, that a woman is paying water bill, you are paying light bill, is it marriage or business venture?
Who should be paying both?
Who should be paying what?
The bills.
Is it not you? Who again?
If you can't afford.
You can't afford, who asked you to go and marry?
Oh, you shouldn't marry. But you are talking about people who are not married in a certain way.
No, if you can't afford, you're going to marry what? That people rent as a due, so bring half, go for a loan and bring half. Such men, you marry them, you just want to die early and go to hell. So you see, these are the problem why right now women are not even home.
So women shouldn't pay anything.
What should they pay? A woman's money is for her.
What do they use their money for? It's for her.
It's for them. They use it for what they choose to use it for. It's not you, parasite. Let's raise the children so that we don't have such disgrace in future. Otherwise, we'll disgrace ourselves.
Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you.
But we'll continue at the car park.
Yeah,
You've said a lot of controversial things.
Well, I'll follow you to the car park.
Thank you, viewers, for watching. This will be on our Facebook page tomorrow so that you can engage with it. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Macron, nonetheless. Bye-bye.